Hey viewers, thanks for tuning in. This is Dugas23, aka the old guy, and I'm playing Gran Turismo Sport, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the Renaults. I just picked up these two vehicles not too long ago. So we've got the RS01 GT316, the RS01 Group X car. Now, I kind of wanted to give a quick review of the Group X car, then we'll maybe jump back into the Group 3 car if we have enough time here. But this is one of the cheaper Group X cars that you can buy in the game. This one is 500,000 credits, and then you've got the Group 3 car, which is 450,000 credits. So, you know, for just a shade under 1,000,000 credits, you can get two really nice vehicles here. So I do have the Group X car queued up here, and I'm going to take this car over to one of the tracks here. I think we're probably going to hop into I'm going to do a time trial, probably going to do this at Dragon Trail, just because I do enjoy driving at this track. And whoops, I did that wrong, sorry about that guys. Go back here and hop into Dragon Trail. So we are going to do a test drive of this vehicle and see what she can do. I did try it out, and I did enjoy the car, so I just wanted to hop back into it here. It's probably going to take me a couple of laps to reacquaint myself with the vehicle, but we'll see what I can do with it here. So again, before we hop in here, I do want to point out, you know, I am using the DualShock controller to do my driving, so I don't have the precision, you know, needed to turn very quick laps, but we'll just go ahead and see what we can do here. So you can see when I did test it out prior, right over here, ran a 139 with the vehicle, which is not that great at this track. But again, that was just kind of testing out the car, seeing what I could do with it, and trying to get used to the car at this particular track. So we're going to look at very briefly at the car settings. Now this one, a lot of the Group X cars you cannot upgrade the weight reduction or the power settings, but on this one you can, which is kind of nice. I have not leveled up the vehicle just because I like hanging on to my mileage points and using those to purchase the special vehicles, paint that you can buy, and the wheels, just because I kind of enjoy making liveries and getting those posted. So the first thing I did was I dropped the weight reduction down. So you can see at 100 the car weighs 2,500 pounds, roughly 2,500 pounds, and then when you drop it down to 96%, you know, it drops down to 2,400 pounds. Now the power ratio at 100, you know, it's 542 horsepower, and then at the max, at level 1 anyway, it's 596. So again, haven't leveled that up, you know, beyond just level 1 there. So I did throw the super soft tires on here as well. You know, this Group X car, you know, you are able to change the suspension ratios, you know, to your liking, do whatever you want there. You can change the downforce on this vehicle, which, you know, is kind of nice compared to some of the other Group X cars. You cannot do that. And I believe you can change the differential too. So you can change the differentials here if you decide to. And you can, you know, customize your transmission as well too. But we're just going to leave that at standard real quick. And then I'm going to hop over here. And I'm not sure I'm going to be able to duplicate the 139, but we'll see here what we can do with the car. Go back into the first person view. But one of the things you'll notice right out of the box with the Group X cars is a lot of them don't have cabin views. So this one has all the different views available for you. So we're going to try to turn a quick lap. Probably going to run 4 or 5 laps here just to see what we can do. Now you'll notice right away, you know, I'm underdriving the car, just because I haven't driven this one in a while, so I don't recall, you know, what it's capable of. So I'm going to try to get up to lift off in that particular corner. So the first thing I'm recalling about this car, you know, it has pretty quick acceleration, handles fairly nicely, and it brakes really well too. So I'm kind of pushing the car through those corners. Now if I remember correctly here, I had to brake a little bit earlier than normal, and that time I broke a little late. And I side fishtailed the car there a little bit. So I didn't push the car through that chicane there. I think that's called a chicane, right guys? Chicane, I think S curves are a little longer than a chicane. I always was get those two terms mixed up. So yeah, this one's not gonna be below the 139 I pulled earlier. So we'll try to push a little bit harder here. I slowed the car down way too much there and didn't accelerate off like I should have. So going through there, whoops, and we spun out. Awesome. Alright, so going through that corner there, it handles really well. Stuck through the corner very well, but when I came off of that one and tried to set up for the next turn, I totally blew it, as you saw. And I'm gonna try to run a clean lap here, see what happens. Excuse me, guys. I did that corner all wrong too. I carried too much speed through the middle section of that turn. You can see even when I touch the apex on those, the car doesn't get too upset, which is really nice because you can clip those apexes really hard. And didn't carry enough speed there. You can see the car slid around that corner a little bit. Right, so this can be an atrocious lap just because I spun out. 10 seconds. Alright, so we're gonna... So that car got a little unbalanced on that particular curbing. You saw it kind of slid sideways there a little bit. Yeah, this car brakes really well. And again, not the best cornering job there. But again, driving with the dual shock. So I just lifted off there, didn't brake at all. Car goes through there fairly nicely. Yeah, but my driving style is not going to be the best either though. Probably could have carried a little more speed through there, but that's okay. So a little bit quicker through there. Trying to clip that apex. Gonna try to... Oops, slid there, but we... Just lifting off there, I was able to get through that that little chicane a little quicker. And really bad cornering there. Sorry about that. Yeah, the car handles really nicely, goes through the corners really well. So if you can see that lap, Beat the 139 I had posted earlier, so that was a decent lap time. And took that all wrong, and did that all wrong too. So you can carry a lot of speed through this corner with this particular car anyway. And again, I'm probably not driving up to, world-class standards here, but that's alright. So we're going flat out here, pushing the limits of the car a little bit. And I think I have the traction control set to 3. And the car still wants to slide out a little bit. I'm going to try to take a look here. You can see I am not up to where the prior lap time was, so this lap's going to be horrible. So I've got the traction control set to 3, and the car still wants to kick out with the way that I'm driving it. And pushed a little too hard there. Alright, so I think we're going to go ahead and stop here. So not a bad car. It has a lot of stability, goes through the corners real nice. Again, this is just my opinion. You can push a different section of this particular track really nice with this car too. Handles really nicely through the longer curve section of this track. So you can see the theoretical time would have been 1:38.3. So you can see I kind of improved the different sections here a little bit on each track, but didn't put together, a consistent lap time there. So, that's the problem with the driving with the DualShock. You can't get the consistent lap times, that you always need. So take a look at the replay. So it's not a bad looking car. If I remember correctly, when you go to paint this, you can't paint the different sections of the car as they currently stand. So I know on the doors, like where the 01 is on the car, the number, you can paint that section a different color than you can the entire body. And I know that you can paint the wing a different color as well too. But the stripes that are currently on the vehicle, you can't paint those, without applying decals. Not that that matters a whole lot for reviewing of the vehicle, but, some people like that. So this is the super slow lap as I was getting reacclimated to the car and the track as well too. So you can see it's got a lot of stability going through the corners. Again, this is the slow lap though. I'm kind of in the middle of the track instead of using the whole width. Broke way late there, but still made it through the corner okay. Went a little too wide, maybe? I don't know. So right through that section, the car holds very nicely. And then if you want to push that chicane, I think on the third lap I pushed the chicane a little harder and it held nicely. I think I lifted just a little bit, lifted off the throttle a little bit and made it through the chicane fairly well. And that corner was not very good there. Yeah, for 400 or this one was the $500,000 car, right? Yeah, 500,000 credits for this particular vehicle for the Group X. You can't really go wrong with this one. Where most of the Group X cars are, 1 million credits. I think a couple of them, are a little bit more than that as well too. But anyway, that is that particular vehicle. So I hope that kind of helps you guys out if making a decision. If this is something you want to buy, you can see that's where I spun out there. did an absolutely horrible job on that particular corner. Did a 180. You know, but for the most part, if you're not overdriving it like I did right there, the car does have a lot of stability through the corners, brakes very nicely, and turns very well too. So you can see there I didn't clip the apex like I should have. You know, you clip those apexes, you can carry a lot more speed through those corners. Probably slowed down. See, I should have clipped the apex there. I don't think I've been doing that on this particular track, and that corner there. I haven't been clipping that apex, so I haven't been able to carry enough speed through there to improve my lap time. But that's, you know, something I need to work on. Let's see here, we're gonna brake hard. Try to make that corner. So see, not using the entire width of the track there. That's alright. But anyway, yeah, that's the Renault. That is the Group X one. Can't remember, the RS01 16 Group X. So again, holds very nicely. You can see I did improve a little bit of my lap time there, but you know, again, not the only thing I changed. Was the power setting and the weight reduction through on the super softs, and left everything else here alone. So, you know, kind of out of the box, other than changing those few things. Not a bad little vehicle, you know, I do like it. So hopefully that'll help you guys make a decision if that is something you want to purchase, you know, and try driving. So again, Tugas23 here, aka the old guy. And that is the Renault RS01 16 Group X car. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.